Thank you all for coming today. It's a pleasure to introduce Professor Takeshi Sunaga from Tama Art University in Japan. I first met Professor Sunaga 10 years ago when he came to Pasadena to visit Art Center with a group of students. I was reminiscing with him over lunch. There's just one piece of student work that they showed that I just couldn't forget. It was intended to demonstrate what they were doing with information design, and it was the idea with this assignment was to take a very sort of everyday activity and to represent this in a kind of an abstract way. And it was motion graphics piece done in Macromedia Director, which was the dicing of an onion. And it was so beautifully done. It involved sort of dicing, and each layer would progressively fall away from this. Is represented as kind of abstract information. It was unforgettable. I always explain this to people, and they're always like, dicing an onion. But I still remember seeing that piece. Professor Tanaga's work is actually pretty different from that. His own research is more in the area of participatory design. So today he's going to tell us a little bit about Tama, as well as talk about his own research in the area of creating platforms for people's art in Japan. Thank you very much for coming.
Thank you. So, I'm Takeshi Sunaga from Tama Art University in Tokyo. So, Tama Art University is a big private art school in Japan. We have two big schools. The other is Musashino Art University. And one big national art university, Tokyo University of Art. So, in Tama, I start information design. So today, I'm talking about two subjects. One is what we are going on at Tama, and the other is the research project what I'm conducting for several years, concerning with the Simon mentioned the people art. So, thank you for this opportunity. So, this Malmö is very far from Japan. I found making the slide with the Google map, completely opposite side of the Eurasian space. So I really thank you for making the opportunity. Okay, so first I talk about our department. So the purpose of this story is for the potential students or researchers who will participate our exchange program. So today we are exchanging the agreement of Tama and Malmö to start some collaborative education and research. So I'm going to show the interesting or happy. I want to say information design is a very happy place for people in Sweden. And so, but myself, self-introduction. Originally I learned product design. Then I worked at GK Industrial Design Associates, that's a design consultancy for several years. After that, I studied cognitive science in the graduate program. In that school, they provide the interdisciplinary study between cognitive science and design. So I learned a lot about the human science from the human cognition. Then I have opportunity to establish the new program within the product design department at Tama. So for 9 years, experimentation on the new design concerning to the information system and human cognition in the product design. So during the program, the student who learns my subject, they are hired lots of important corporation and industry. So the results of the recruiting change or aware of the school administrator. So they decided to develop the new department concerning with the human cognition and software products. So 1998, the department started. So the time is around end of 80 to 90 to our society have the lot of information activities by the new digital technologies, and need the designing and giving form to the outcomes of the digital technology. So we start to education and research program in art school. So after establish the new department, I think 4 years after, so 2002, within the department, we figure out there are two interests. One is a design interest. The other is a more fine art interest. So around 2002, we established two courses. One is information design and one is media art. So now we are running 2 courses as a sister program. Then Tama Art University start in 1935. And now we have about 4,000 students in the fine art field and design. And the Tama, many creative artists and designers graduate from our school. So recent, I don't know, you know or not, Kashiwa Sato is a famous designer from visual communication, is also our alumni. Then, Tama has a long history on the collaboration with the corporation and industries. And also recent years, we start to international collaborative activities. So one is already 5 years past with the exchange program with the Art Center in California. And also several years, we had very interesting collaboration with Africa concerning with the banana textile. So the other, designing the new material into the fabric or some products used banana. After take the banana, the tree is no use. But the tree has very variable resources. So these very social design project started. And myself is and I have an opportunity to develop the multidisciplinary research project funded by the Japanese government. So the research project is focused on the designing participatory platforms for people art. So this project is running by the three fields. One is information design, and the other is information technology, and the social science. The one laboratory, social media studies, is joined. So three fields, four laboratories are put together to this research project. So this is very new experience for our art school, working with another disciplines. But I really grasp the very interesting possibilities on the strong collaboration with other disciplines. And also, these other disciplines researchers really interested in the creativity and design. So we have a very important opportunity to take our knowledge and skill to other disciplines. So these are stories about Tama and myself. And this is things. So very far, right side, red point, Tama is setting, and you're around here. And Tama is in Tokyo. So in this map, Tokyo is really center of Japan. And we have in Tokyo, we have two campuses. One is suburb, and the other is more central. So central one is an old campus, and suburb one is a new campus. So information design department is in this suburb Hachioji campus. And I live in this Yokohama port, so unfortunately I commute very long way every day. So, and two more photos. This is the photo I took just before coming to Europe this time. This is a very start time of the new academic year. So Japanese schools start April. Academic year start April and end the March. So this is very different from this country and other countries. So beautiful cherry blossoms said welcome to our campus, to new students, and after holiday students. And this is our building, so beautiful spaces for the students. And this is a famous library building designed by Toyo Ito. So this is also really interesting point at Tama. So what interesting is of course, Tama has old library. And then 4 years ago, this new library buildings opened. After the space is used by the students, I think many more number of students start to read book, influenced by the space design and architectural design. That's very interesting. Yeah, the student learn what is reading book, learn from the spaces. Sorry, so this is I said 2nd of May. So this year we had a big disaster. So earthquake and nuclear plant. So school starts 2 weeks later. So because many students, especially foreign students, they couldn't decide to come or not. So even in Japanese students, the east, northeast are the region held the disaster, and west south sides are okay, but west side students and their family, they don't decide at the 1st of April. So, and also the renting apartment, they couldn't decide the renting apartment. So school wait for middle or around the almost end of March, April. So new students joining the campus in the early May. Yeah, usually we start April, but this year very special. And last one, this is a exhibition and the student work. So we recommend students to learn information design, not only the computer, but also the drawing by hand. This is also very important way of learning through the early stage of our establishment. After school start, we found out the learning design with computer is not good. So hand is important to think. Computer is good for the organize. So we request students to develop their hand. Okay, so this is a introduction. So my slide, I'm talking about the project designing the expression place for people. So the first, I'm going to show I'm going to show the very recent output of our research. That is say art space for visitors reflection. We in Japanese we named kairimichi. Kairimichi is a way go back to home. So what we did is we designed a kind of workshop for visitors of the art festival. So this is a space. So art space art exhibition is this. So very big Japan Media Art Festival at the National Art Center, Tokyo. So in this festival, we provide the opportunity to express their impression for the visitors. So visitors receive lots of impression through walking around the Media Art Festival. And around the exit of the exhibition, we have a space. So this is a 8 meters wide and 12 meters long is the space for our workshop. And two side wall is a space for the post-it. The visitors drawing the visuals and sentence on the card, and they post. So this is a big white wall at the first start of the exhibition. And people visit our space. They really enjoy to draw their impression. And let me, okay. So this is a video showing what happened in the workshop. So the festival running 2 weeks. And the festival itself held 50,000 visitors for 2 weeks. And our place, almost 20,000 or 30,000 people visit our space. And 6,000 cars are drawn. So all walls are fixed by the cars, by the visitors. So one application is adding the meaning as an attribution to each card. So we use the attribution to organize the cars with the software. So after scan the cars, they put their cars on the wall. So everybody take time and think, where is the best location of my cars? So some people make some pattern overlay because the cars are transparency film. So overlay and make visuals by themselves with another people's drawing. And everybody shoot after post the cars. And many fathers and mothers shoot cars with their children. So really interesting plays are generated for the visitors. So on the middle of the exhibition, the wall is almost fixed. So we add the cars, and all are 6,000. And as you see, the card is very very deep drawn, not the easy writing. They draw their cards with very deep thinking. So only about 3,000, more than 3,000 cars have been digitized for the software, but rest are not time to scan it because so many people want to draw. So number of 6,000 is the number of cards we prepare. So many people have no chance to receive the cards. So if we have more cards, the number is twice or 3 times big. So it means the people who have something art impression, people received impression from art by the professionals. They have visitors who received. They have their wants to express by themselves. So this is a really important point. So in the society, in lots of place, not only the art museum, even in science museum and also the schools, the providing knowledge and providing contents from the professional side. So there is a very small opportunity to express people by themselves and express themselves and show the expression to the society is a very important activities in future. So the output by the people may construct more variable society, I think. So this is one output from our research project. So in the software story, I'll show. So I'm going to show how software behave on the screen. So first, all digital cards are stored, and the system randomly pick up the 200 cards, and the system randomly choose 8 cards. So analyze the collocation of the attribution and put the line the collocated cards. So the lined cards has same attribution, same meaning. So the system show the polygon is a kind of a saucer of the cards which has same meaning. So the system we programmed the system show the collocation, the strong collocation from top 3. Strong collocation means that many cards has the words. So the polygon composition of the polygon appeared finally. Then we collect the compositions in the right hand. So what we intend that this software design is, so people's expression is first on the drawing by hand, and if the drawings have the meaning by language, the meaning can be recompose those visuals. Then the people who draw, they saw the structured visuals by their drawn. So, but in between the structured visuals and the cars, there is a language processing. So finally, we disappear the language word, and the polygon pattern, only polygon patterns are rested. So it is what I want to say is drawing visuals and meanings, and visuals and meanings and visuals are very interesting process of the expression. So thus we designed the space where this circulation is emerged in this space. The people experience not only drawing but also the meaning, treatment of meaning on the visuals. Okay, so next one is story about the project itself, funded by the government. So this is a very, very special opportunity. Special opportunity of doing the research with the design, conducted by the design, because this foundation from the agency of the science and technology, they have huge fund. But this is the very first time to receive the fund from government to art university, art school. So we never understand the amount. It's so big. So, and also with the huge budget, I'm very, with the huge budget, I hire the researchers in my school. So before, I didn't know about that. The money, big money, is used for the peoples. In the science and technology laboratory, they know, of course, they running big research with people hired. But in art school, it's for very first time experience in art school. So, and as I said, this is a 4 laboratories. So upper right, we are information design, and this is social science, social media studies. This is this group directed by Shin Mizukoshi, is a social media teacher at the Tokyo University. And this is a knowledge technology and artificial intelligence laboratory directed by Professor Hori Koichi, also Tokyo University, and the violet, blue violet, is a social network group, also the engineering people in the National Research Laboratory in the Ministry of Trade and Industry. So 4 groups connected and collaborated each other. And we draw this diagram. Its right hand are the area of media society, and left hand is a science technology. So science and technology research moving into the media society. So the information design provide giving the form to the technology. And social media study try to analyze, decompose the meaning of the society. And this is a really knowledge science focus. So the knowledge science people to organize the decomposed matters into some ideas. And then engineering people make system, and we put the form system. This is a first idea of our collaboration. And upper cycle, half cycle is in form, giving form. And lower cycle is deform, break the formulation. And the center of the cycle, center of the rotation, there is a perform. We say the perform means workshop, practice. So we don't collaborate with discussion. We collaborate with performance, so practice in the real society. So this is our formation of our research. So, and the expression is our subject. So we explain what is expression is this model. So the very important point is blue circle. So in our domain, expression is derived from self. And also the expression should be created by the people's collaboration. So start from self, but not only stop at the personal activity, but the collaborative arrangement is very important. Then expression is appeared in the violet circle as a bricolage, is a very naive outcomes. And we provide the overlook, opportunity of overlook and opportunity of recomposition to the bricolage, naive expression. So the expression change into more meaningful results. So that's the reflective stage of the expression. So our program is explained by this model. So for example, the card drawn in the space is self-expression. And the collaborative is putting on the wall with some meaning. And overlook and recomposition, the opportunity to overlook and recomposition by the software view, structured process and structured view, then they understand the meanings and values of their own cars. So this makes them to be happy, very enjoyable experience constructed. So, yeah. And also, this is an important message for the other discipline researchers. So, we start action. We means a designer. Designer and design thinking is start in action. And after the action, we reflect my action, then figure out the values. Then after figure out my own values with the action, we understand what I did. This is very strange from the science people. They complain to this approach. This is a fighting point with the art and science people. But fortunately, this project directed by me, so I strongly said, this project do this order. Don't start comprehension. Don't start the logic or understanding. So, of course, they complain, but for couple of years or it takes 3 years, they gradually understand this approach is also variable. Of course, the opposite direction is important, of course, but vice versa, two direction is existing. So this is interesting. So this is the same story. And next one is very short video. You can see this is another software and another program of the people's expression in the museum, science museum. So kids drew, drawn, drew pictures with the exhibits. So some exhibits is gene, some in the bottle, small gene, protein in the and or robot, and the some astronaut things. So they draw something and they exchange, they communicate with the drawings, and after they start to use our software to compose the stories with the visuals. So very short. Yes, video. So they really enjoyed their collaboration with their own visual, own drawings. And also, presentation is very important, reflection. So during the presentation, they reflect their creation, their composition. So the audience are the museum curators and museum staffs. So this is also very short. Yes. So with their drawn, the visuals they drawn, kids put together and compose the visuals. But on the screen, the visuals are moving. It means the composition the plural, several different composition made by same set of pictures are able on the software. So the plural compositions, during the plural composition and creating the plural compositions, they understand their visuals because they figure out the multiple meaning from their own visuals and the members' visuals. Yes. And this is much more easy to understand. This is the results of this software work. So this is 30 photos shooted at the sightseeing of Yokohama City. So same set of 30 photos play the different stories on the different sheet. So this is a photos, the place where photo was shooted. And each visuals can be shown the stories and some attributions. So this sheet shows the detailed story of their experience, what they see and what happened during the walking around in the city. And finally, just before. This is a angle. All photos are distinguished, analyzed into the angle of the camera. The lower foot shoot under the floor, and this is over and far from and close. So these are separated, distinguished on the sheet composition. And finally, these photos are put in one box. So it means the 5 sheets are the 5 papers of one story of their experience. So it is possible on the software. And as you see, the software, the 30 photos have to organize the order because from red and violet and blue and green, those are color circle. So the user can be organized the order of the visuals. And one detail thing is the duration of start moving is also precisely designed. So in this software, we control the 0.3 seconds. It's very good for the 30, 40 photos. Orderly started. So if the all cars start same time, it's a little messy. Nobody read, nobody catch the happening. So the delay can be designed. So many designs are in the software development. So, and last story is our finding, a very important finding of our research from a point of information design view is, so what you saw is one work on the software. The people create this composition. But what we design is, what we design is tool. So we actually designed and implemented this tool. No contents. So the contents are emerging with the people. So this is very interesting phenomena. We cannot design the results by the people. We can design only the container, tools as a containers. And this is also, we can design the space in the science museum, expression room, the room for the workshop on expression. We can design the layout of the tools and the moving line of the people, and any settings we can design. But we cannot design this. This is generated by the people and the settings. So, but our design, what is the goal of our design is implement tool or generating the activity. My answer is generating the activity is the goal of design. But this point is very new. In my experience, engineering, generally, my understanding, engineering goal is tools, it works. But design goal is not the workable tool, but the generative activity is the goal of design. But at this moment, we can not organize this results, this goal, with the design knowledge or design skills. The design skill is focusing on the developing the products, not the developing the activities. So I think we have to expand the design knowledge into the activity construction. And so we designed the activity program. So that's the kind of scenario of the expression workshop. So we have 5-step method. So we can design this, but we cannot design the kids' work. Kids' work are emerging matter. So we put the timetable for the workshop, and we show the timetable for the kids. I think design goal is this, not this, but we cannot design this. So how we do? No answer. But this is a recent big question and questions. So, and final talk one more. I want to say this is the model of our design. But this design is not the products, not the activity, but the design with society. So this is a museum side. This is a visitor side. So usually, there is no circulation in the museum. Only one direction from museum to visitors. Provide the knowledge. Learn the knowledge. That's all. And sometimes museum receive the enquete with the number. Okay, good, so-so, bad. This is too pity. So we designed the conceptual model. So this is usual. Number one is a usual providing knowledge. But the expression of the exhibits is a expressed knowledge by the visitors. Very naive knowledge, but it's okay. So scientists who participate in the presentation of the kids' work, he said, naive story of the exhibits with the composition is a very scientific, almost same as a scientist thinking. So not learning the fixed knowledge, but creating the knowledge are emerging in the museum activity. So this is a validation from the scientists to the kids. And kids send the mail after go back to school to museum. And museum show the kids' experience, kids' report story on the website to the public. So this is a very basic concept, our design. So this is designing something social innovation. So actually, this science museum going to think our program installed into their ordinary program at this moment. So museum have changed a little with our design. So okay. So what I want to say is the information design domain is not only tools, but also activities have to be organized. But not only activity, we are able to configure, giving form to the social activity. Okay. So this is my talking today. Thank you very much.
Some time for questions from the audience, if there's any questions for Professor Tsunaga.
I'm wondering, are there PhD programs available for international students at this university?
Yes, of course. So many students studied the program.
At Tama? You have PhD programs at Tama?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
But at this moment, myself, I don't have PhD students. Reason why, you want to know? It's too tough.
It's too tough.
It's too tough for me and much more tough for students. Because no frame. Making frame is 10 times tough to complete the subject. So I don't want to recruit at this moment. But in this story, help me to start teach the students. So actually, at this moment, through this national project, I start to have some framework to develop the PhD studies and dissertation with new students. So just thinking. But the position is okay. We have. Another teachers have teaching some students.
Could you switch on slide number 3 again?
On this slide?
I think so. Yeah. I missed the one word.
Sorry, thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me.
I didn't get the knowledge technology on the bottom right for the circle to make really sense. And now I understand.
Oh, yes. But actually, in the rotation, the knowledge science is an adequate term, I think.
Okay.
But actually, Hori Sensei's laboratory is more scientific treatment or studies on the knowledge, but using the computer system.
Mm-hmm.
I have a question. I'm thinking more like an engineer, but in the first part you mentioned where the people draw their drawings and then you analyze the drawings for their meaning and then put them together as polygons. And
Yes.
so how exactly did you get the meaning from the drawings?
This in the National Museum.
Right.
So this in this case, where some the first visitor draw the pictures, then scans the pictures with facilitators, and facilitator takes the kids to my student staff, and student staff and kids talking to each other to learn what you want to draw and what does means this, what rabbit means, what pig means. So kids said, "Oh, pig! The animation of the pig is in the festival." So that is very nice animation. So I draw the pig, same pig.
Okay.
So many people draw the pig. So extract the meaning of the people. So this is very important question. So now we are focusing study on the attribution generation of the attribution. So through the 14 days, attributions are structured and organized by the student staff. So kids said different meaning, and also pig is sometimes pig, but in Japanese buta. But in Japanese buta, we can draw the 3 different characters. So computer systems are separate. So we have to organize. Pig and buta and katakana, kanji, and hiragana, those have to be organized into the system. And also for the tagging attribution, our system is developed by the National Institute of the social media member. So the very interesting software. So, tagging the attribution. While tagging the attribution, the staff can refer the former attribution. So he or she can borrow the attribution from hearing the words. So borrowing the attribution have some potential to the organization. So we are now developing this organization software for the attribution management. So this is a design job. And also the information engineered job. So very interesting part of the collaboration. So some needs have to extract by the designer. And the interaction between tagging, the software and the tag stuff can be designer. And the engineer programmed the logic, their process as a logic on the system. So very interesting. So we have coming July, we have second time of this experimental workshop on the reflective reflection on that our open university, open campus of Tama. So lots of visitors, high school students. Every year, 2,000, 3,000 visitors come. So at the place, we provide the cars, and we ask to draw the portrait of her or himself, visitors. And next time, we asked tagging by themselves. And the attribution organization exist in the software. So this is a very interesting point of our research.
When the people put their cards to the walls, did they dare to overlap, or did they glue them next to each other?
Yeah, almost each other. Very sometime glued over. Very sometime. ここにあったかな。So first, anyhow, we put the graphics as a context on the wall. So they use the context. So this is an iPhone. So we made the three contexts, three objects as a context. One is a media environment, represent the iPhone or something others. And the other is a city environment and natural environment. So three contexts can be used, the overlapped on the visuals. And something, I can find, but some people generate the meaning with the overlapping.
Did you explain these areas, or did you just have the big image of the iPhone and then people had to make their own interpretation, or did you explain that we have these three areas?
So we didn't explain. No explanation. So anyhow, the place, 12 meters and 8 meters, is small for the 1,000 people. So explanation is impossible. So many people come. So we precisely designed running and the settings with no explanation.
No, I think it's good that you didn't explain.
Oh yeah.
But I was just curious. I thought, did people go outside the walls?
What
Like
outside?
you had those walls within, and then the space finished. Did they go beyond to another?
Okay. So sorry. No.
You know, when they got frustrated, no more space, so I'm going outside.
Yes. Actually, this is a exit, and this is an entrance. So
Okay.
huge exhibit area. So we of course we have anxiety. Someone put another work, but nobody does. It's okay. But finally, some people start to. This area is a information area, the left side. So the green area is a posting space. But final 3-4 days, all walls are fixed. So some persons start to post this part. So if someone do, so after many people does, and then this is a screen, big screen. So someone put on the screen. So suddenly people start to put the cards on the screen. So this is what happened. Mm.
I have a question for you. I was really interested in your discussion of tools and activities, and that sort of wrestling with that problem is something that also happens quite a bit in game design.
Mm-hmm.
So the way that problem is expressed is that we can't design play because play is emergent activity.
Yes.
So, but what we can design is rules. This
Yes.
is how it's frequently discussed in game design. We can design rules, but what will happen as a play experience we can't know. And that's sounds like a little similar to your discussion of tools and activity.
Yeah, right, exactly.
And tools are kind of like rules. They're basically executing a series of software,
Exactly.
of commands and software. But I always find this a little bit, in game design it's called the second order design problem. And I always find it a little bit unsatisfying to just concentrate on rules because they're very abstract and they're actually kind of far from the actual player's experience. And is your experience, I mean, can we never hope to design an experience?
I have big hope.
I'm reading you in your you were kind of wrestling with that. I sensed you wrestling with that question. And I'm just curious, is it, or are we always sort of going to have to sort of design at this level of abstraction, which is quite far from the actual experience of the design?
So I hope the design, this phenomena itself. At this, my understanding is, if we design rule, designer have image of the game, of course.
Yeah.
So why we said we design rule? We only design rule. We don't need to say
Okay.
from the point of design.
Yeah.
Yeah, the engineering discussion. In engineering discussion, of course, we can design rules.
Right.
We implement rules. We cannot design activities.
Yeah.
Of course, we cannot implement activities. This is an engineering point of view, I think.
Right.
So we all designer draw their image on the activity,
Yeah.
playing game.
Right.
Then she extract something as a rule.
Yeah.
So rule is a secondary object of for the designer, I think.
Right.
So if it's true, the problem is there is no way of description, no way of expression on the imagination on the people's activity.
Right.
So this is a problem.
Yeah.
So it means we must develop the way of description of the.
I would agree with that. And the thing that's unsatisfying in game design is that it focuses on games as rule-based systems rather than this other part of it. And it's somewhat unsatisfying to think of them just as a rule-based system.
So the word design, if we use the narrow meaning,
Yeah.
we can only use the designing the very objective matter.
Yeah.
But if we use the broader meaning,
Yeah.
we did some imagination, some image the form of the people's experience.
Right.
Yeah. If designer doesn't do that, there is no good design.
Right.
No designer design only rules.
Right.
Yeah. So this is some configuration. We learned a lot from the engineering.
Yeah.
Lot of concept and lot of terminology and lot of understanding of the framework of the description of the matter subject. But I think we have to develop our own framework. This is a PhD studies.
Yeah.
PhD students and teachers have to develop design framework, not borrow from another discipline. Because another discipline wants to receive from design something, framework. Because they struggling, and also they stuck by their own framework of their discipline. So we have a big
job ahead of
big
us.
job.
Are there other questions for Professor Sunaga? Yes, Marcus.
Yeah.
Yeah, just one quick question. You're talking about, as designers interacting with engineers and engineers interacting with designers. And it was interesting how you laid out with like action to reflection to comprehension, and how you have designers. And engineers. Yeah, is part of at your university is part of the course to expose the designing students to the engineering students, and reverse, so that they get, because as you're saying this, of course, as a designer, or we as designers can more reflect on our own view as a designer once it's put in relationship to the view of an engineer. So you expose your students to kind of let them self-reflect on their own discipline.
So unfortunately, in my university, we do not have a formal program on the relationship. But I'm and some colleagues now thinking to establish new program. What is the collaborative-based education with another disciplines, but not.
But that's going to be the basis for your new work, as I recall, right?
Yes,
You're
yes.
working on that area.
Yeah, this is very big subject for me. The CREST project, what I explained, is the foundation is finished this academic year and finish next year, March. So I already received next subject, what is developing the very new program on design with the collaboration with others. So now thinking and developing on the way, just start entrance. Yeah, very important point.
Any other questions? Amanda?
You look like
Please.
you're having second thoughts about that question.
Well, I don't. You said when you introduced, you spoke about participatory design. So I was wondering, because Simon said something about participatory design
Yes.
in relation to your work. So I would like to know more about that.
Okay.
I
So.
know you didn't talk about it, so if we should take it some other time, that's fine.
Okay, so just a moment. I find the interesting visuals. Where do I? Okay, I find.間違った。Oops. Yeah. So, the participatory issues, unfortunately, I didn't talk about the issue today. But this is very, very important, my understanding through this project. So we design, of course, tools. Before we design tools, we drawing out the activities of the expression by the people. And we design tools for the people's expression. Those are almost can be designed wide meaning. Then, next one is okay. We provide the expression activity in the museum. It's okay. And successfully, they draw and they have experience what we intend. And also, we can install this program into the elementary school and junior high school. We did. It's okay. But problem, if we do not promote the workshop to the museum or to the schools, if we don't please do the expression workshop, we say, if we didn't say anything, nobody asked to us, let's do the workshop. Nobody say. That's a big design, very next issues of design. So through the history, if we design good refrigerator, it's okay. If implemented the refrigerator, almost all world people buy the refrigerator because they need. Why they need? Because they know. Why they know? They watch TV or something. In Japan, we watch while I'm children. Lots of TV program from US in the refrigerator and the car and beautiful room and furnitures. We saw and learn how to use. So in Japanese industry made refrigerator and made the car, automobile. No answer, no question. They buy things. And how about this? Nobody see this circulation of the museum activity. So there is a next one, design issues. So what we discuss on this slide is this is a trial. The T is tool. The AP is an activity program. So we can make new activity program, a new tool embedded new activity program. We can manage. And we bring this to the practice, social practice. And they do. But important future is they themselves start to do this activity. This is our real goal, because we don't do a lot to the promotion. So we had an experience with some elementary school to develop their own intention of doing the expression activity within the their educational program. So it takes 1 year. Already we took 1 year. So through the 1 year, what happening what happened is first, last year, June, we installed the program into one class. So teacher very much understand and start the program. And and September, this is the work. So this is a biotope development in one class, to the school campus. So they start workshop with us, with the software and other activity program from July 16th, and every Thursday we visit the school. And through the process, one happening was happened is in September, one kid become a technician. So all other kids asked him when something lost. And other kids start to other role. So they are developing their roles in the class. This makes some autonomous activities with our program. So the important issue is not designed object, but the people side. So my one understanding is developing these activity programs and tools developing these things with the people where we want to install. Don't bring the results into the place. Bring the uncompleted problems should be installed in the people's place. So people start think, and actually people start to design the tools and the activities. So this is a very important understanding of the participation with the people, participation of the people to the design process. Yeah.
Okay. Other questions? Yeah.
Did it happen that they used it in a different way than you expected it?
Pardon?
Did they use your software, programming and so on in a way you did not expect? Lots. Soですね。There are a lot of happening using without our expectation, out of our expectation. So many. The such experience for us, we encounter new usage. It means, I think, they design. They design the activity by themselves. So this is a very important learning point for us.
That is very important. If we understand that, and if we say to the kids or people, my understanding, they become a kind of designer. They start to think about working with us. So we have to have the very broad acceptance. We surprise, but we do not hesitate the happening. If something incorrect from the point of at first point of view, if this is not something wrong, but it's not wrong, some new.
Can I ask one more question? So you were mentioning about how the again Simon also was talking about how design is about activities, while we actually design rules, but not the activities. But in these settings, the activity is more creative or expressive in nature. Do you think the problem will change if the activity is more rational? That is, you can predict the behavior. For example, if you are designing an airport, where people are doing something specific, they're not drawing, they're not expressing themselves, they're just traveling. So there you can actually, in some sense, in an aggregate sense, predict how people will behave. If not, you may not be able to predict each and every individual, but in an aggregate sense, you know how they'll be. So will that change the problem in that the problem?
You mean, for example, you mentioned in case of the airport activity
airport design, for example.
Design is different from the
expressive
expression.
design, like
so airport is more rational phenomena exist. So you say if airport design.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether
what we do.
Different.
Oh, very interesting. So from my point of view, if we understand airport activity is rational, it's rational. But if airport activity is what is not rational, but not more emotional or wide variety. So airports become the place of wide variety of activity. Yeah, yesterday I walked the what Scat?
Kastrup?
Scat? The airport.
The airport here? It's Kastrup.
Kastrup.
Yeah.
The airport is not rational for me. Rational, of course, rational for the operator, not for the tourist. Tourist doesn't want to travel. Rational behavior. That's the prisoner. So maybe rational design exists, of course, important, but we don't think about all are rational. So we'd like to design more emotional part. In this research, of course, for example, in the software design is very, very rational. This software design looks very emotional, but the design is very rational, very precisely composed all specifications.
I think even airports there is a emotional component. People are tired, hungry, or so there's a lot of and
lots of but all and meet boys and girl or something romantic.
Now it gets complicated.
Yeah, I was just thinking, if like looking at psychology in a way, or in kind of looking at thought process as something to kind of see what motivates people to perform an activity or something. Do you think looking at it from a kind of psychology motivation point of view would help figure out a way to design activities?
Yes, yes.
When you come from cognitive science, just to piggyback on that, your background's in cognitive science.
Yes, yes.
You don't seem to be using that as much. This is a little bit different, some of the work you're doing here as well.
Yeah, this design is very based on the cognitive science.
It is based on
Yes.
cognitive science, okay.
So the very big issue discussion is drawing and meaning.
Yeah.
That is a reflection as a cognitive process. So reflection is a very important cognitive process for the drawing experience because the reflection generate the meaning and values to the subject. So the whole research is a management of the reflection. Reflective thinking process are managed into the into our design. Software and also the activity program are all based on the cognitive science. But important point is actually cognitives we do not based on cognitive science. Actually, I can say we based on cognitive science in my talk. So the precise meaning is we do not borrow cognitive science textbook writing. We based on cognitive process of myself and my colleague and kids. They have cognitive process.
So you don't see it as a way of generalizable concepts about people?
Yes, each people have each cognitive process.
Okay.
But cognitive science textbook said the reflective thinking process is applied or their cognitive process.
Okay.
But I want to say is we borrow, we reflect, we use the real people's cognitive process to the design, not a text understanding. Text understanding difficult to use because just saying something, not doing cognitive process, explaining the cognitive process. We do not use explanation to design. We can use the real process can be used to design. So studying is okay, but studying textbook is okay and studying lecture okay, but we apply the knowing from the textbook and lecture into our bodily experience. Then I grasp the truth of the knowledge. Then I can apply the design. Yeah, so this is also very important on the PhD in design. We develop this framework and we show this framework to the existing academia.
Okay. Topic for your PhD.
Maybe one last.
Sure, Barris.
Okay. You have talked about attributes when you were talking about this media exhibition that you were making in the space. Like, in also relation to cognitive science, for example, what does attributes mean? And I also missed some part of how you kind of shared that data after you have analyzed those sketches. Like, did you send this data only to the people who made the sketches, or did you like use them to analyze to some kind of like in a more like broad sense about like about how people in general reacted? Or how
Oh.
the society in this setting reacted.
Mhm. So maybe I couldn't receive all your question, but one thing I can say is attribution, tagging, and is metacognition is a terminology of cognitive science. Metacognition is kind of externalization with the language. So this is very important human ability. We can recognize two layers. One is cognition, one is metacognition. Metacognition anytime see what I do, why I do. So attribution in the art festival is a externalization of the metacognition with the language, with the text.
So people who made the sketches actually tag their sketches themselves.
Yes,
Okay.
but very carefully, we have to carefully organize the cognition and the metacognition. It is really, metacognition is very difficult thing. Metacognition sometimes break our action. If we do something, at the same time we think, why I eat? My eating should be stopped. So this is very difficult. So drawing by hand on the card is very emotionally okay. But scanning is a kind of the changing the world situation. Scanning, oh, what is scanning? But it's okay, scanning, okay. But scanning changed their mind, and they're going into the metacognitive process, asking the meaning, reason, why you put the rabbit, or why this is pink. So after the scan, they are in the metacognitive process, and language are extracted.
So you said that happened in interviews, sort of.
Yes, interview stage.
Right, between the person who made the sketch and your staff.
Yeah. Then the interview represent the new system formulation. They enjoy the meaning. Same meaning exists in different another people's drawing. It's enjoyable with the language. But suddenly disappear the language. Then the polygon, only polygon is exist, and card. And finally, only polygon. So they go back to the emotional experience. Take off the language, metacognitive process. So this is very enjoyable for them, not a difficult process.
Interesting. Well, I think we'll wrap it up and give Professor Sunaga another big hand. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for your excellent
Thanks a lot.
questions. It was really fun.